This is something else that came in the other day too. You know, when they make this, 94. I forget this guy. Do you remember? You know, you weren't around. I can't remember the guy's name I made this for. But he was real tall and very thin. And this guy had fingers, they looked like spider webs. And his fingers were really, I've never seen anybody with hands like that. And he wanted to get an 8-string bass made. All 8. Not doubles, you know, 8 strings all the way across. And I said, well, the neck's going to be pretty wide. He said, that's okay. I said, yeah, I looked at his hand. He could probably handle a neck that would start at this and go out. Anyway, somewhere along the line, he sold it at Rudy's music store up on 48th Street. And this young kid from D.C., right, Pete? Frederick, I don't remember his last name. He came in the other day with this, and he wants us to make another bridge for it so we can have a lower action or keep this one for a higher action. So that's all this is. And this bass weighs a little bit too. I told the guy, I said, well, you want it? He said, no, I want some weight to it. You know, I said, okay. It's unusual for one of my basses to weigh this much, but you know, that's a heavy bass. And the neck is like super wide. When I shape this neck, it's almost like a classical guitar neck, like a large classical guitar neck. It's hard to get a whole round shape when you're making something that wide. So it's kind of flat in the back all the way down. But, you know, for what it is, it worked out perfectly, you know. I guess that's it, huh, Pete? Yeah, we got a bunch of other stuff. Oh, there's the rainbow. We showed the rainbow bass before, right? Yeah. And yeah, you put the other stripes on the neck. You're going to put the other side. Yeah, the stripes are going on the neck. Those will be done pretty soon. We're going to make another one like that too pretty soon. And of course, you look around. Oh, yeah, there's one. I forgot about that. This guy. We showed you pictures of this a long time ago when we were taking the neck off. This is the German bass, and it's finally all together. I was just going over, rubbing out the finish, and getting it all cleaned up, and then we're going to put it together. And Florian will finally get his bass. We'll probably send it out this week. I'm waiting for cases too. I don't have any cases here. Actually, a lot of bases are finished tonight. I'm waiting for cases so I can get them out of here. But maybe you could just pan around the room, Pete, and show there's things that are going on. There's things back there, and you got stuff hanging out back there, right? You know. And yeah, this one, that one over there is nice too. Yeah, that's going down to Nashville. My friend Brian ordered that a long, long time ago. He's been waiting about 6,000 years for that. That one has the brand new finish on it. We're working with another kind of finish, trying out. That's the first one with it. Let's see. Anyway, I guess that's it. And Dave said he's been working on it with his own stuff, so he hasn't had time to put up any new stuff. But he's coming over this week to pick up some new material. Like he'll be picking this up, and he keeps telling me that you people want to see more stuff. So I'm glad I'm doing this. You know, I mean, at first I wasn't sure I wanted to do all this, but the reality is that there's been a lot of bad stuff out there, you know, written about me and what I did and what I didn't do, and a whole bunch of stuff that just needs to be cleaned up, you know. And I think this is a nice way to do it because you're getting to hear it from me, and it's not written down somewhere, and it's not somebody else's views about what they think I said or anything else. This is actually me talking to you about what I do and who's around me and who was around me. So, yeah, I hope you guys out there get something out of all this, because that's my intention, is to enlighten people into the world of Carl Thompson and friends, and that people see, you know, exactly what does go on with these things, you know. And again, it's like my mother said, you gotta share it, Carl, you know. And I try to do that. I know Pete always thanks me, and I appreciate Pete so much. And him and Joe and Kelvin, boy, I'll tell you, these guys, I'd be lost without them. I just really would be. They came in here, they wanted to learn how to do some things. I showed them whatever I knew, and especially in Pete's case, he took it to a whole other level. You know? But I'm glad I could do that. You know, that makes me feel good to know that, you know, that Pete's doing it, Joe's on his way, Kelvin does it. You know, that's nice. You know, that's the greatest part of my life, is to be able to say that I help, you know, some other people have a life. That's a great thing. That's more important to me than making the instruments or playing the instrument or anything I've ever done. The most important thing is that these people are doing it, and I had a part in their lives. So I hope you guys get something out of that too, because I think it's important to be that way. Okay, Pete, we'll go. And when we get this thing back in shape, we'll take some pictures of it. And that shouldn't be too long, because Jerry keeps calling me. And like I said, he plays. And he really does. He plays all the time. You know, he doesn't sit around and pretend. He's not sitting around with a can of beer talking about, you know, how much I know about how great I am. The guy is great. He doesn't have to do that. In fact, the whole time he was here, we thought, when he was here, Pete, you got a big charge out of him, didn't you? He was a character, man. The whole time he was here, he talked about projects he's working on and arrangements that he's working on. And I took the harmony, you know, trying to make the harmony real tight. He was talking about things like, he talks the way I talk about music, you know. And I think at one point, he mentioned, just in passing, it was almost like not even important. He said, well, you know, I'm going through that. I had that little amplifier, it's an acoustic image. And I said, yeah, that's what I played through that. He said, oh, nice. That was it. You know, he never talked about equipment. It was anything, none of that. It was always talking about people at 7th or something. And a record date that he was working on, or some project. Well, anyway, when he comes back to pick that thing up, we'll get him on camera, because he's a bit of a ham, like me, you know. He can do it, you know. Hey, I was in showbiz, you know. You kind of get that after a while, you know. My friend Virginia always says, she says, you know how to do it, Carl. I said, well, the people I was with when I was a kid, Billy Ward and all that stuff, I guess I just, somehow or other, I wasn't even aware that I was paying that much attention, but I must have been, because I sure learned a lot from that man, you know, the short time I was with him. Man, big time professional, you know. You get spoiled, you know. I'm glad I got spoiled, though, because it keeps me from putting up with the bullshit. You know. Some people say I'm a little hard. Well, I am if you're going to do that. I'm pretty hard, yeah. You're going to come in with your can of beer and the guitar hanging over his shoulder, and you're going to tell me how much you know about this and how great you are. Yeah, you're going to have trouble getting along with me. But if you just lay back and, you know, do what you do, that's cool. Okay, that's enough of my bull. I'll see you on the next one.